Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to learn how to use a pattern. I have this pattern there. I have a video there, so I'll leave the video for you to watch. If not, the video is going to be very long. I want to make this as short as possible. So this is a corset pattern that I made, and we are going to use the pattern to make an inbuilt corset. Okay, inbuilt corset with a Basque waistline. Do you get it? This is for the back. This is the yoke. This is for the back, and this is for the front. So first start with the front. Now we are going to, because it's an inbuilt corset, you are going to have your length to your hip line, okay, or your full blouse length. So the full blouse length that I'm using is 24. So I have almost 25 here. Let's say 24.75, which is okay. When I place it on fabric, then I will add the needed allowance to it. Okay guys, so before we go on, I want to beg you to first subscribe, like and share this video, and leave a comment so that whenever I upload a new video, you will see. Okay, so I'm going to place the pattern on this paper and then get everything before I will transfer it to my fabric. You can decide to place it on your fabric and do everything on your fabric, but if you're a beginner, just place this on a paper, get everything all right before you transfer it to your fabric. So this is it, you see. I'm just arranging the pattern and to get everything correctly. You get it? Okay. This one is up to the waist. Okay, this is up to the waist. So my waist is 18, and then extra inch is 1. That is 19. I left it up to 20, but the blouse length is 24. Do you get it? So this is up to the waist. So I'm going to draw everything that I see here. I just have to make sure that they align equally so that I'll get everything exactly the way it is. Okay, so anyway, this one I'm going to give it a sleeve, and I'm going to give it. I'm going to observe this also. Now this is the waistline. I need to have it here. Waistline. So let me write it to waistline. Now I'm going to do this. So I'm going to take this out after packing everything. I'm going to cut. Okay. And I'm going to extend these lines down. What I have here is 3.5, so I'm going to bring the same thing here, 3.5. And then here is 6.5, almost 6.75. Yes. So, the waistline. Okay, now because I'm going to give it a sleeve, I'm going to extend this. So I'm going to have this one here straight to it. Okay, and I'm going to join this one also to this. So if you are not going to give it a sleeve and you are just making it a tube, then you don't need to extend it to the armhole. You get? So that's how it's going to be. And I've not decided to give it a yoke, so it's going to be like that. Now let's come to the hip here. So when you are measuring the width, consider the hip measurement, because at the end of the day you are going to have your hip. Now what I need for the hip is between 47 and 48. So let's say if it's 48, it's going to be, if you divide it into 2, it's going to be 12 inches. Do you get it? So 12 inches here. Then I have extra 1, 2, 3, 3.5. Do you get it? So if I put the 12 inches, that is my hip divided by 4 is 12. So the 12 is going to be here. 12 inches plus what I have in the middle here is 3. So 3 inches, making 15. Do you get it? Now, when I place this on a fabric, then I'm going to add my sewing allowance. These ones, they don't come with sewing allowance. When you watch the video, I first did it on a brown paper. That one I added sewing allowance. But when I was placing it on this paper, because the paper was not enough, this card was not enough, I removed all the sewing allowance from it and just place it as it is. So after cutting this and I place it on my fabric, I'm going to add all my sewing allowance. So here I'm going to join from the waistline here to here. So this is it. This is the waist, you see. You can decide to leave it like that, but if you feel you want to shape it a bit, you can decide to come up either 1.5 or 2 inches or 3 inches, depending on how much you want to shape. But this is an inbuilt corset, so I'm going to just give 1.5. You get it? And then with my curve here, I'm going to shape it this way, you see. Now this corset, we are going to snatch the waist. Okay, so I'm going to do is, you can decide to divide this into 2. Now because I did not add any sewing allowance to this, if I decide to divide it into 2, it's going to, and I draw the line, it's going to meet here, and I don't want it that way. So I'm going to come here by 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch here. So this is my 1 inch, and I'm going to add make a straight line this way, you see. So if I should add allowance to this, like I'm going to have, let's say 2 inches allowance, so it's going to be here. So if it's here and I place it here and I want to divide it into 2, I'm going to have the middle here. Okay, so you see it's exactly on the line. Do you get it? It's exactly on this line. Okay, so now the waist, this is the waist, so I'm going to place a dart on this. Now I'm going to snatch my waist by 2 inches, so I'm going to place 0.25 here, 0.25 here. If you like, you can decide to make yours more than that, but me, I want to be able to breathe. So 0.25 here and then 0.25 here. Do you get it? And this is the bust. Let me mark the bust line here. That is the 12 inches is here. Okay, so I'm going to join this and join this one, come up by like 2 or 1.5 inches from the dress length, and then also join it the same way. So this is it, snatching the waist. If you want to do 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches, sweetheart, you can go ahead, but for me, I want to be able to breathe. I want some breathing space. Okay, so this is it. Okay, and so this is how I'm going to snatch my waist. So I'm going to cut this out. Okay. Okay, so I've decided to place this on top and then mark it out. I'm still contemplating whether I should add a sleeve or not. So, and even the sleeve style, I'm still not setting on it. Maybe I'll make it a cape sleeve or some strap sleeve. So I will mark this out in case I change my mind. I can easily take it off. I can easily take this part off. Do you get it? But for now, I'm going to cut it through. Do you get it? So let's cut this out. Now let me label this. A, B, C, D, E. I'm making some arrows so that I don't forget N. Okay. This is the back. Okay, and I'm going to have this one here also fixed together the same way. So I'm going to draw what I have here. So just as I measured the 18 here. Okay, so this is waistline. Okay. So what I have here from the zip allowance is 6.5. I'm going to do the same thing here. 6.5. And what I have in the middle here is 1.5. So I'm going to do the same thing here also. Okay, so I'm going to join it to this. Okay. Now I'm going to take this off and then take it off. This is the front part, the waist side, the side. So let it meet this. I'm going to let it meet this equally. You see, this is the other one that comes with it. Also join it equally. You see, so you can decide to leave it. I'm going to have it here this way. You see, you can decide to cut it from here, but I'm going to either here or here. Do you get it? The neck depth is 10 inches. You can decide, I can decide to maintain it the 10 inches or come up like 1 inch, because I usually don't like my dress that's the back very low. And then mark it. It's going to be like this. Draw it here. You see. I'll just mark to the desired depth. So you see, either I cut it here or I cut it here. So you're going to extend this down. You see. So I'm going to have it exactly so. Do you get it? Okay. So here. Now we are going to snatch the waist also. So if I add 2 inches to it, it's going to be here. You see, and then I'm going to get exactly the middle here. That's the waistline. From here, I'm going to do it. Here. Here. So this is going to add this out. On this pattern, I did, in case I want to add a modesty panel to it. So the upper part is 1.5. Okay, so 3.5 here. I'm still contemplating if I want to use modesty panel or I want to give it a zip. So I'll still cut it this way, but if I decide to give it a zip, I'll maintain it. If I decide to take some from it and then use a modesty panel at the back, so I'm going to let you know. Okay, so for now, let me label it. So this is, I have to label it. So 1, 2, 3, you get it. And then here comes to the down, because you can confuse yourself if you don't make these indications or this marking. You get it. So you're going to cut it now. So I'll go with this one, because this one I can trim it at any time. You get it. Now this, I'm going to extend it to this line. You see, I'm going to extend it. So this is the back also, and the front. So I'm going to place this on the fabric end. Now I'm going to add allowance to everything. The side line here, I'm going to add 2 inches here, 2 inches at the waist, 2 inches at the hip, and join. But when you come to this side, I'm going to add 0.75 because I'm going to add boning to it. So I'm going to add 0.75. Now if I decide that I'm not going to give it an armhole sleeve, then I will take this marking, this part off. That is why I did a marking there. I'll take it off. But for now, I've not concluded on what to do. So I'm going to do that. And then this is the back. So here I'll add 0.75, here I'll add 0.75, here I'll add 0.75, here to the same. And then the front, same. I'm going to add 2 inches to this side, 2 inches, and then here 0.75, here 0.75, same here. I'll do 0.75 and 0.75. But when I come to the cap line here, I'm going to make it half inch, and then the upper part here half inch. Same with this upper half inch, the upper part here half inch. Because of the boning, that is why I'm adding 0.75 here. But this I'm going to make it 0.5. Do you get it? Okay. So this is the cap we are going to use. Now with this cap, I'm not going to use this style. Okay. Hello guys, so here is it. I've placed them on fabric, cut out fabric, lining and stiff, and I've also cut the down parts also. This is it. What I did is, each piece I decided to cut 2 linings for it because I don't want to attach stiff to the actual fabric. So this is the back part. I'll put that one aside, and this is the front. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the linings. Sorry, I'm going to iron the stiff on each of them. So when I pick this one, I'll attach stiff to it. So this is the middle part. I'm going to attach stiff to the lining, and then I'll attach it to it this way, and then sew on top, sew on top, sew on top. So instead of me attaching a stiff to the fabric, no, I'm going to attach it, iron it to this, and then there is another stiff for another lining that I'll also attach stiff to it, and that one is what I'm going to use to turn the fabric. So you see the stiff is 2, yes, the lining too is 2. The down part is dartless skirts, and I have a video on that already, so I'll leave the link there for you to watch and know how to cut the down part. Do you get it?